What's going on, y'all? Forest Dweller here. Thanks for tuning in. Tonight we are back at the range. We have got some work to do. We've made a lot of progress. If you're just tuning in, building a range for under $200 with leftover wood, with dirt given to me by strangers and friends, we're making it happen. So all under $200. Now, tonight, what we need to do is we need to saw off some of these wings. You can see right there and right back there. Same on the back end. But let's take a quick look together as it stands. So back wall, other back wall, other back wall. Looks cool. Looks cool. All of this needs to be enclosed. So the first thing that we need to do is figure out these angles, because right here is going to be a flat wall between these two walls behind me. It would look really cool if it was flat. If it's not, it's gonna look weird. So I've got to figure out a way to basically make it flat without it being a big pain in the ass. I'm gonna be able to do that. We're gonna be able to see over the course of this video. We're gonna get to it in just a second. I have got a Tobacco Tactical Cigar Toro Longboy, maybe even, it's not quite a Churchill because it's not the thick old ring gauge, but man, this is a long boy. This is gonna be great. I brought like 6 pipes down here. I'm probably not even gonna get to more than one at the very most. I always over prepare. So on that note, tonight we have got the MP5. It is a Zenith MP5, and we have a rugged suppressor Obsidian 45 on the end with a Trilug, the Surefire, oh man, I'm forgetting what these are called. And then we've got a good old EOTech 5.1 something, maybe 5.12, I think. We got the classic Shadow Systems. That is my EDC, so it's with me all the time. And outside of that, we got some whiskey, got a little bit of decaf as always. We're gonna get after it, so come build with me. Let's try and finish this range, because dirt gets put in on Friday. Beautiful. All right, here we are. My side light batteries have died. In typical fashion, I've realized I've made a great mistake, but you know what? We're going with it. So all these boards that you can see behind me, basically all the way around, are drilled from the front. I decided that it would be a good idea to drill these that I just kicked and probably broke from the back, which doesn't sound like a big problem until you take into account the fact that I'm shooting these boards and I'm gonna need to replace them. If you're catching my drift, there's no way to replace them, but I've already cut a bunch. I don't really want to do it again. What we're gonna do is, if I need to replace them, I'm just gonna Craig jig them, and then I am going to cut the ones that need to be pulled out, and just make it work. So it's fine, it'll be good. It's all right, it's totally fine. Cigar is burning down. If you watch the timeline, you're gonna see a massive gap. That is because the barn is right over this way, and inside it, I brought down my miter saw, and guess what? The electricity is not quite set up yet. There's a lot to do on that barn, and you'll see that in some of the CQB videos that we do. There's there's 4 outlets technically. They're all right over there. The reality is there's one extension cord, and that extension cord powers both these lights that you see right there. That's how we have any power at all, as well as what powers my miter saw when I bring it down here. So there's gonna be a wood shop, there's gonna be all sorts of stuff, but at the moment there's nothing in that barn other than really one outlet and an extension cord. You're gonna see a black spot, and it's fine. You're probably also gonna see these lights go out, which will be funny now that you understand what happened. But we're gonna keep going on these boards. You're gonna see a couple more black spots on the timeline, because guess what? Reality is I'm gonna be unplugging and replugging. At the moment, I'm the only one doing this. So on Friday, thankfully, I'm gonna have some help. We're bringing a tractor in, dumping all this dirt in here. but it's Tuesday currently, and I've got a little bit of work to do. So what's left is this wall, a backer, and then that is going to be metal sheeting for like corrugated metal, a little stronger than wood. So they'll be keeping the dirt in on the sides. From there, it'll be good to go. The hope is to get this all settled by Friday and have a working range. Hopefully one of these Fridays, we're gonna have a handful of 22 bolts just ripping apart all my hard work. And it's gonna be a blast. I'm gonna love every second of it. Stick around, you're gonna see it. We probably have one more night after this of just wrapping everything up that I can. See what I can get done in the next hour. Thanks for keeping along. Let's keep rolling. Look, I never said I was smart. I might be autistic, but I'm definitely a little, the R word. That's, there's a gap, but you know what? We're going with it. I don't have time to redo that shit. All right. In case you're wondering, forest dweller, what kind of wood are you working with? This is a prime example of what's been sitting here for God knows how long. There's grass, there's mold, and literally, I don't even know how you explain the degradation other than just neglect and pain for that poor 2x4. At one point in its life, it truly did have some life in it, but at this point, it's on death's door. This is the stuff we're dealing with. At the same time, my cigar, very large cigar, is burning down, and it's disappointing because this has been incredibly tasty. Notes of toasted nuts, cocoa, light leather, some light citrus notes that were quite delicious. And if you're not this is not sponsored in the very least, as much as I've tried. If you're not part of the Totac Cigar Club and you like cigars, you're doing it wrong. You're doing all of it wrong. Here is the setup, the miter, the EDC, and the MP5s over there. We're just gonna finish the range up, so we'll see you over there. Well, I think to no surprise, this board that I just showed just entirely snapped the second I picked it up and tried to put it on there. So, yeah, that's cool. But I got 4 pieces there, so we're getting there. All right, let's put them up. Here we are. We're gonna put the last 5 boards up for tonight. Everything's been a lot more slow going because I gotta transfer everything from right there to the barn over there. Measure it, cut it, bring it back out, screw it on, and rinse and repeat. So slow going tonight. A lot less than I wanted to do. We'll come out tomorrow night or the next, hopefully wrap this stuff up. Got a Peterson, honestly, let's see. It's actually a K&P Peterson. Beautiful blast. I don't know what model it is, but it's a military mount. Love this thing. My father-in-law actually gave it to me. Gonna smoke an aromatic out of that. It's one of my aromatic pipes. Also, if you're a pipe guy and we're just getting into pipes and you haven't switched and made a delineation between aromatic and English or Virginia or Weber or Vapor or anything else like that for pipes, I would highly recommend it because you're gonna get ghosting. I'm a big pipe nerd. Have multiple pipes. I might or might not have like 70 or so. You'll see them as we go. But we got 5 more boards here. We're gonna wrap these up and call it a night, pack it in. We're probably gonna get this to about, chest height, because I want to make sure that our tractor can get all the dirt in, push it to the sides. There'll be some settling, so it'll be good. Either way, I want to make sure that that's able to be done. And then hopefully come Friday morning at 8:30, we're gonna have a range that can be set up. So we'll wrap this up. I'll see you in a second. I got some screwing to do. All right, well, that's a wrap. We got about just under chest height. This is a good start. Been having a very nostalgic tobacco from 2016 when I first started to get, well, I was a little past getting into pipes. I think I got into pipes and cigars in 2014. That being said, this is almost 10 years old at this point, and it was surprisingly for a aromatic, which aromatics degrade over time in flavor, quite delicious and quite reminiscent. It's a cherry vanilla style aromatic, very like classic if you know much about aromatics. Very, very good. Anyways, enough of the tobacco talk. This is getting here. We're gonna put a backer on it at this point, probably tomorrow night. We're gonna build it up a little bit higher so that when we start putting in the dirt, we can put in the last handful of slats. I'll prep those to be able to do on Friday morning when we finish this. I'll walk around really quickly. This is where it's at. It is coming along quite nicely. I still gotta shave those wings. I gotta put on the sides. We're gonna put probably 3 more slats up and then allow it to breathe so that we can put the dirt in. I think the tractor can probably do a little bit higher, but I just wanna make sure that it'll be fine no matter what. I'm really excited. This has been, it seems like, you know, maybe just about a week of work, but it's actually been a couple years in the making since I bought the property, about 3 years, as well as I wanted it over there, but the wife didn't want me shooting from the house and to see a big eyesore. So I understand, you know, we are where we are. This is gonna be a great range. We're gonna have about, you know, 25 meters of standoff. Technically we can get a little bit more, but that's gonna be the typical shooting range for this. So perfect for pistol, perfect for speed oriented precision shooting. As we get into the rifle, especially on the 22 side, it's gonna be perfect. Will this be able to take 5.56 and other rounds? Yes, may shoot a little bit, but generally we're gonna be shooting 22 and 9.45 realistically. It's gonna be really fun. I am massively stoked about this project. 3+ years in the making and 7 or so nights of working on this so far. Here we are. Thanks for coming along the journey with me. This week, hopefully, it wrapped. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon. Forest Dweller out.